All right, so today we got Breckenridge Resolution in Colorado. Their beers they're pretty malty and pretty good on the body, but they're definitely a little more lighter and refreshing. They're near high altitude areas. So over that, when you're in high altitude, just low oxygen, you get pretty tipsy pretty fast. So be careful. Today I got my Iron Wolf, their distillery in Spicewood. They make some awesome liquors. Honestly, they had a horseradish one. And what else?
Horseradish vodka, cinnamon whiskey.
They had a cinnamon one with gin. It was awesome. But anyway, so back to beer. This one is blueberry Açal, right? Açal, whatever. Golden ale. So let's see how it goes. This is in a bottle. Beautiful label. Use my 11 Below glass. They're in Houston. Love them too. All right, let's see what we got in here. I always hope when they use berries that some of the color gets in there. Sometimes it does, or sometimes I'll put it in there. See, honestly, naturally, when the way nature works, how it naturally reacts and everything, it's not always glamorous. Honestly, all the great things that you're used to. So the color just straight up looks like a good golden ale. But the smell, I get the malt and then the blueberry lingers in, and the acai just like hits a little bit. Or Açal. Sorry. It's already been a long day. Anyways, so that's what you're looking at. Yep. So it has a good amount of the malt. So it's going to be more than a lager because it's an ale, but it's still light enough where this is made, to go in everywhere beer. Has just enough berry in it where if you're just hanging out drinking it, you'll be able to have some. I imagine like people that aren't into beer, they can enjoy a little bit of it. Has a slight tartness, so you get the berry flavors, but not all sweetness. The nice tart from it, and then the malt just goes back and forth. Very simple, clean, something to try. So those are the beers you're looking for. If you're not into super heavy beers, this is probably it for you. If you want something, because they say, they're always, a lot of people from like 70s and all that, they're like, oh, I remember when beer was beer. It's like, this was beer. Beer had everything that you didn't want to go to waste became part of your beer because you're holding that for the winter, and the beer would be able to survive the winter, whereas your vegetables and wheat and all that would not. They would have completely rotted and spoiled, and you're left with absolutely nothing. Beer can actually, when made right, has nutrients in it, so you actually can hold you for a little while. Not like live the rest of your life off of, but you can go for a couple weeks on it, so then, mix your food what you got left over. Once it starts getting warm, you're back on track and you start making spring beers. So there you go. I enjoy it. It's not bad. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Pretty solid. So hopefully that gave you enough information, if you want to try it or not. See if you're not into fruit beers, that's something to try. See where your threshold is. And honestly, if you're not sure if you're into sour beers, things like that have slight tartnesses in them. So you can see if, okay, that didn't bother me. And then you just start pushing a little more until you get to a point where either you love sour beers no matter what, or you're like, okay, I can get right in this point with the fruity ones, and the other ones I'm not really into. And those ones, it gets intense, straight up. Usually it's the yeast factor, the way the yeasts are made. If you collect I'll be having one in a minute from Gesture King. They do nothing but wild. That is a very skillful, scientific talent, because you're setting these barrels up, you're getting the yeast going from a sample you got. You're going, and you can end up with vinegar. And then what? They don't know, you got to do something else with it. So, but in the meantime, this one's made to be casually drunk every day. I think it's seasonal. This is 3.5 ABV, so it's definitely an outgoing one, so you don't get tired or drunk too fast. Actually hang out and enjoy yourself. Please remember that. Hang out and enjoy yourself. And 98 calories, so I guess it's a low calorie one. So if you want more flavor, you're tired of your Michelob Ultra, there you go. So other than that, cheers to that. Drink safe, and hopefully it was a decent review to let you know if it's yay or nay, so you don't have to waste your money. But if you try it, your chances increases of actually enjoying it. So other than that, do be safe and enjoy your night.